Welcome back to Donna's Dreamworks, Paper Dreamer 1 here on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? I am doing a little chit chat and a little discussion before we get busy making the wreath. But I wanted to tell you a little secret. This is a secret. I'm recording this the day after I recorded making the wreath because the first time I recorded it, it got lost somewhere. And I'm using a Logitech camera right on my computer, so heaven only knows where it went, but it didn't get uploaded. So I'm going to have to make the introduction all over again now that I've already completed the wreath. But anyway, this is just a little discussion. I wanted to particularly give a shout out to Lori over at Hardworking Mom. She commented on my 30-inch ruffle wreath. Thank you very much, Lori. That was very nice of you. But I really, when she commented, I began to think, I need to give her a shout out. Not because she showed me how to do a 30-inch wreath. I've done them before. But because she re-inspired me to use the 30-inch ruffle. And I'm sorry, not a 30-inch wreath, a 30-inch ruffle. A couple of years ago, shortly after the 4th of July, somewhere I think in August, friends of ours were having an anniversary. They are avid, dare I say, Patriots fans. And so I thought, well, I must have some red, white, and blue, even though Patriots is silver, blue, and red. But I must have something that I could make a Patriots wreath for them. I didn't have any of the Patriots memorabilia, but I figured I could pick that up afterwards and then add it to the wreath. So anyway, I was a last minute type of thing, so I was going to be using what I had here in the house, and I had a frame that I could make a work wreath out of. So come to find out, I had plenty of the blue, and I had pieces, that was about maybe 1.5 rolls. And then but the red and the white, I have pieces of a couple of rolls. And sorry, my Google account backup keeps telling me things that I don't really care about while I'm recording, but at any rate, I didn't have a whole lot of the red or silver. Actually, what I did have, I had white, which I could use, and I did use some. And I also had a white that had a silver foil in it, so it worked out fine. But at any rate, I knew I couldn't make enough ruffles of all of those to make the ruffle wreath all the way around. So I decided I would make the bottom, all of the bottom navy blue, and then put the red and the white with silver in the top row. And so I proceeded to cut a 10-inch piece to make a ruffle. And then I thought to myself, I am going to use 3 navy blue ruffles. My camera froze for a minute. I'm just having a wonderful time doing this video. I'm going to do 3 10-inch ruffles and put them on top of each other and put them in this tie. That seems kind of a waste of my time. Why don't I just make 1 30-inch ruffle, 10, 10, 10, ruffle it up and put it in the tie? And that's what I did. And that's my first experience at 30-inch ruffles. And I loved it. But I'm a self-taught wreath maker. I don't generally sell my wreaths, although this past year I had a couple of orders for patriotic wreaths and Christmas wreaths. I generally use them for my own decor, or I give them as gifts. But at any rate, I don't think I ever realized that a 30-inch ruffle was actually a technique to make the wreath. It was a technique for my laziness of cutting 10-inch ruffles all the way around the bottom. And the wreath came out fine, and it worked great. And I did get some 30-inch ruffles out of the red and the silver with white and some. And then I had to use some 10-inch ruffles. And it was kind of a piecemeal on the top, but it really looked pretty good. So that's how I came to be doing the 30-inch ruffles. Now back to Lori. I watch almost all of her videos, and I've watched several where she's done the 30-inch ruffle wreaths, and I really love them. And I thought, my gosh, I guess that is a way to make a wreath. And so that's when I started doing the 30-inch ruffles again. So although I had done them before, I guess Lori was a re-inspiration, you might say. Uh, and so I wanted to make sure. I said, thanks, Lori, for waking me up to see that this was actually uh, a technique. The only technique that Lori does that I'm really just not a fan of, and not a fan of her doing it, not a fan of my doing it, is the 21-inch where there's a poof in the middle and the curls on the end. I don't know. For some reason, when I do them, I don't care for the way they look. When she does them and you watch her make them, they look great. And I think it's probably a great technique. But other than that, the thing is that there's more ruffles. I like the ruffles and curls a lot. Um, and so I tend to buy more 10-inch mesh now than I did. I was always buying the 21-inch mesh because I use the poof method, and that's still what I use when I do the 21-inch mesh. So, but today, I am very sorry. This thing keeps hesitating, and I guess this is probably why the other one disappeared. I'm not going to do a deco mesh wreath today. I'm going to do a grapevine wreath for a friend that's having a birthday. And I haven't done one in a while. I thought it would be pretty on her front door. So that's what we're going to do when we get downstairs in just a couple of minutes. And it's going to be of purples. And when I did the first video, I said you can see all the purple over here on the bed. But of course, I've already made the wreath, so they're not there anymore. So anyway, this has been such a frustrating experience trying to get this video uploaded. This is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, and I have been since, I don't know, 10 o'clock in the evening on Thursday. No, Wednesday. I could not get my phone to download onto the computer. Oh, and my gosh, it was a mess. I didn't know whether to cry or throw something. But I just said, I'm going to get it sooner or later. And it's later than sooner. But so that's what I wanted to chat with you a little bit about. And I wanted to talk about some of the things that I'm going to be doing. If you know my name on YouTube, it's Paper Dreamer 1. And that's because if you look back at my early videos, you'll see that my primary video was on paper crafts. And I love paper crafts. And I still do paper crafts. And I was in many a paper craft show for a while. And if I can dig in the archives and actually come up with a picture of the way my table looked for the craft shows, I'll insert it here. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a couple of paper craft videos. I probably might do maybe one a week. I'm not in the position right now to be on every day. As you know, and as I've said 100 times, I'm on the board of directors here, and right now with season in Florida, this is basically a full-time job. I am in charge of all of the activities that occur in our community. Not that I have to run them all, but I'm making sure that everybody has a place to go and people are happy with the facilities and so on and so forth. So it's just too much to try to get anything on a regular basis. I do want to do at least 3 times a week. So I think what I like to do, first of all, one of them will be a Weight Watchers video. As you know, I was doing the Weight Watchers video, and I haven't been to Weight Watchers in more than 2 months now. The whole month of January, basically, I was sick with, I don't know, I don't think it was the flu, but it was a major virus that was something it just knocked me away for a while. And then in December, I didn't go. So I think it's been a little more than 2 months, I think. And in that time, I think I probably put on 10 pounds. So I'm a cook, and I'm a good cook, and I love to cook. And my problem is I eat everything I cook. And I like to cook all kinds of things, and lots of casseroles and things. And casseroles historically have lots of stuff in them that make them high in calories, either calories or carbs. I have not participated in the freestyle program, although I have a monthly pass and I am aware of what it is. So I will be going back to begin the journey again. I'd like to lose another 40 pounds. That'll take me some time, but I will be checking in once a week on Weight Watchers. Only once a week. I don't think you need to see 100 times what I'm eating every day. If you know the freestyle program, you know what people are eating every day. I do like some of the menu planning and meal preparation videos out there, and I have looked at a few. I have to say, very honestly, it seems to me that Weight Watchers annually makes a change, and the change is generally, well, they say it is a nutritional change. I say it is a way in which to get a little more cash from those of us participating, whether it be because you need a new piece of equipment like a scale, or you need a new cookbook because the other one's not correct, whatever. And it's historically been that every year. And I know because I've been on Weight Watchers several times. And I don't particularly care for that. Now, I'm a retired RN, and I had to deal with change on a daily basis in cardiac medicine. And you needed to change and you needed to adapt the way you did things if there was a better way found. But so it's not the fact that it's change, it's just the fact that here we go again. So, but I must say, having said that, that's my con. My pro is I am still very, very impressed with the Weight Watchers program. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. It's a manner in which you choose the correct things to eat. And you don't have to feel like you're on a diet. And if I want a pizza, I can have a pizza. And if I want to have Chinese food, I'll have Chinese food. But in the meantime, it makes you accountable for what you're eating. So I will be embracing the program again, probably next week. So I will do my first, here it is, video then. After that, I think I probably will try to do one paper craft video a week, and then maybe something in decorating, because we're coming up on Easter. I haven't done my outdoor decorating for the spring yet, so there's a few things that I have still yet to do in that respect. But that's about all I'm going to be able to handle right now while season is still here, and that is up until around April 15th. So I will be back, I think, more than that after. If I can come up with some clever little things that would be of interest to you. You don't want to see me just sit here and ramble on every time. But I will be more visible after season has finished. But right now, I'm going to try for 3 videos a week. And so we'll keep that up. The other thing I will do, I'd like to every so often, is do a cooking video. As I said, I love to cook. And I'm a good cook. I'm a messy cook. But and I will cook primarily things that I can eat on Weight Watchers, but I won't cook everything I can eat on Weight Watchers. I'm going to cook some things that might be fun for everybody else to cook or anybody to cook. Not that I can't have them if I am accountable for what the point values are. But anyway, so I'm going to close out here. I'm at 14 minutes now and take you downstairs, and we're going to get busy on that grapevine wreath. I've got most of my decorating done. I have my lanterns. Thank you, Arlene. As I mentioned, Arlene is the one that inspired me to use lanterns. Done, and so I'm going to just continue with my outside decorating. Probably will do something for Easter outside. By next Wednesday, I'll be taking my Valentine's wreath down and putting up the St. Patrick's wreath, and then we'll get on to Easter. So I'm going to take you downstairs, and I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll work on the wreath. And I apologize again for the quality of this video. I don't know why the camera keeps freezing, but I am too frustrated to try to do it a third time, so we'll just smile and see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Okay, here we are back, and I'm just going to get the tag off of this. They put these tags on with these really strong pieces of wire, and sometimes I just leave them on. If they're too much trouble to get off, I don't bother, but if I can twist it off, I will. I don't think it makes a big difference because the flowers will go over it, and I'm not going to try. Okay, so what I'm going to start with is the ribbon. And for a while, what I'm going to start with is looking to see which way I want it to go. And I think this seems to be a little longer this way, so I'm going to go this way, top and bottom. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bow, and I picked up this pretty purple ribbon, and I have this burlap with the purple dots, so I'm going to try to make a tiered ribbon. I'm not going to do funky bow. This is just going to be a straight tiered ribbon, and I'm going to try to put this inside of the other one. Get my scissors here. Excuse me, they're right by my tripod, and I'm going to shake the camera getting them out. Okay. All right, so to make my tiered bow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with leaving myself the length tail that I would like, and I'm leaving it a little long because I'm going to cut off and put a nice edge in the bottom. And I'm going to have probably, I would say, a 4-inch loop. And I'm just going to bring it together. And before I go one step further, I'm going to get a piece of wire out so it'll be ready. Okay, so now with this ribbon, I'm just going to bring this next one up, and let me see what I'm going to do here. Okay, I'm going to give it a twist. Okay, now I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to make the bow match. Okay, and now I can bring it down, and I'm really coming down this about the same amount. So that they're pretty much the same. And I'm going to come up so that they're pretty much the same. Now I'm going to come down. And you notice after I twisted it the first time, I haven't had to twist it again because it's coming down and then going up. Okay, I have 3 on each side here. I think I might do one more. We've got 4 on each side. And what I'm going to do is to take this wire, and I'm going to leave myself another tail and cut it off. Now I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to run it around and give this a couple of good twists. Just to hold it. And now I'm going to take the purple and I'm going to do the same thing. This is a little easier to work with. The reason I do the bow first is because it gives me a better idea for placement of the flowers. I have 3 and 3. I'm going to do one more. Come down. Give us a tail. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it on top of this one. Without losing any of my loops, hopefully. And I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to bring it around under my thumb from this side. Take the other one, bring it around the other side. Now I'm going to pull as hard as I can and get me a good twist on it. Okay, so I think that's pretty. Now we'll get these tails down. Can actually put that through the wire a little bit. That'll hold that tail down where you want it. Give it a little twist. Oh, good, Donna. I cut it in the wrong direction. Now, I've been known to do that on a regular basis. Let's try that again. Good, good, good. Let's get a little dovetail on these. Get this one down. It's a little bit long, so I think I'll cut that off a bit. So there you go. The tiered bow, one inside the other. Let me get these. And I'm not going to do too much until I've got it on the wreath because it'll get squished again anyway, I'm sure. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring it onto the wreath and I'm going to attach it to, I think where I want it is right about here. And I don't know if I can get this all the way through. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, I think. Getting these wires through because they don't like to go through straight, they like to bend. And yet this wreath is actually quite loosely done, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Did I say that the wreath would, I mean, I'd probably get this bow all messed up just trying to get it on the wreath? I will. We'll have to do it over again. Okay, Donna. Plan B. We'll go through here, right on the top. Bring it out. And tie it off. Alrighty. Pretty. Very pretty. Okay, so now we'll start with, and I think I can always take another piece of ribbon and wire and go around there and reinforce that, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Alright, now I'm going to start with some flowers, and I start with the biggest ones first, and I have these purple hydrangeas that I'm going to start with. All of the flowers came from Michael's, and they had all of their spring flowers 40% off. And of course they had hydrangeas that were a whole lot bigger than these for a whole lot more money. So let's just see. And they put a price tag on both blossoms on the same stem. How inconvenient. The leaves I'm saving because I'm going to use them. Now this stem has just one on it. Boo-hoo! So I think, let's see, I'll put it top or bottom. I think I'll go top. And I'm just sticking these in now and then to get the placement. And then I will go back, and I got this one, there we go, and add the glue. And what I'm doing is pushing the leaves up on these roses. Roses are pretty. Pretty, pretty.
is this one? I like this little rosebud. I think I might get that one right in the middle of that bow. And I really was not planning to go too much further than half and half. We'll see here. I might rearrange. Iris, pretty. Okay, shut you off for a bit while I put a few more in. Just a second. And that's the reason why I had to turn my fan on. And you can't hear anything when I have the fan on except a big roar. But here we are. I think this is really beautiful. I'm thinking I need a little something right in here. And down by the side of the bow. So, I have these cute little things. Aren't these nice? How come I picked the only one on there that had the price tag? Okay, right cutters, right tools. Work better all the time. Right in here by the bow. This is pretty. Right up in this area. Whoops, 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 whoops. Don't do that, Donna, because they're not glued in yet. you go. Pretty, huh? Okay, what I'm going to do now is shut the camera off and get these all glued on, and I'll be back to show you the finished product. See you in a bit. Okay, here it is. What do you think? Can't really see. There you go. I can't get the full picture here. Let's see if I can get these flowers out of the way. And see if I can get it a little closer. I think it's really quite pretty. I'm going to put it out on the wall, and I'll get a picture of it on the wall so you can get a better view. But I think it came out great, and I hope she likes it, and it'll look really pretty on her door. I think her door is kind of a cream color, so it'll look really pretty here. And I love purple. As you can tell, I'm wearing purple. I didn't really try to coordinate with the wreath, but it seemed to work out that way. So anyway, let me see if I can get it up just a little bit to say goodbye. I don't know if I can get us up here. There, I think so. Here we go. So there you go. Here's the purple wreath, complete with spider webs that I'll have to get rid of. I think it's really quite pretty. That's the angle it should hang at. I'm going to put a hanger on the back of it, and we'll call it a day. Thanks for stopping by. See you again later. Bye-bye. Okay, here it is on the door. This door is 3 steps up, so I'll give you a little bit of a perspective of how it looks. Her door is ground level, so you'll be looking straight on. We'll come up and take a closer peek. I love the ribbon. The bow came out great. And the different shades of purple with just a touch of pink. Sure does look like spring to me. Okay guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll be back again shortly. Talk to you. Bye bye.